people in IT here? Information technology. Yeah? Correct or not? Now, IT, information technology, information. Where do we get our primary source of information? What is a primary source of information? A primary source of information is the University of WhatsApp, the University of Facebook, the University of social media. Correct or not? Yes or no? First, India had TikTok, then that closed down, and then suddenly Facebook said, this is a very nice niche. There, I will open up Reels. So now everybody is watching Reels, correct? No? These are primary sources of information for us. How many of you all take the time to read Harvard Business Review? You know, there's a magazine called Business Review. That's where a business magazine is printed. Now, question. You want to be an entrepreneur, but you don't want to think critically. There's a challenge there. Because entrepreneurs, first thing that they need to understand, that they don't know everything. And whatever they know may not be useful to the journey that you've started on. Does that make sense? Now, why I'm sharing this with you? Because this was my biggest challenge when I started the business. So my last assignment in corporate was Director of Sales for Southeast Asia. Okay. I used to handle a P&L of 300 million US dollars. Okay. And I had a team which used to report to me. Now, in my head, that made me capable. I handle a profit and loss statement of a company for $300 million. Okay. I handle teams, people do and make sure that that $300 million happens. Okay. Now I'm coming here in this business where I have to work with people, do the same thing, create the same P&L. Yes or no? Correct? So ideally, I should be having that knowledge. Ideally, I should be having that download in me, which can help me do this. But you know what was the biggest challenge, what I missed? In my office, the team which used to report to me did not had a choice to say no. They always knew there is a sword hanging, correct or not? And my teams which report to me, they always knew that if they do something well, there's a carrot hanging. Am I making sense? So as a boss, I had two biggest forces of corporate: carrot, stick. Carrot, stick. But when I come here, or when you are sitting here, listening to me, I am humbled because you don't have to. You don't have to. You are an entrepreneur, right? Your rights are same as mine. So when you sit here and listen to me, it is of your own free will. So when I came in the business, I bombed. I failed. Because in my head, I thought I knew how to. But here, none of the people whom I signed up had any compulsion to listen to me. True or not? And the free will that we talk about, have we ever been allowed to have a free will from your childhood? Ever? I can take a separate system on this. I can debate with you. Every choice that you made till your corporate was influenced, decided by someone else. Even the clothes that you wear, even the clothes that you like, has been defined by somebody or someone or some situation somewhere else. Now we become entrepreneur. Entrepreneur who has to make decisions. Entrepreneur who has to take responsibility. Entrepreneur who has to take ownership of the results that they create. See, in a job, let's understand a job. Okay, let's take Reliance as a, because everybody knows Reliance. Yes. So on top sits a guy called as Mukesh Ambani. Yes. And then the whole hierarchy flows. Yes or no? Correct. Now, at the starting of the year, when a year starts, okay, when Mukesh Ambani goes to his shareholder meeting, okay, when he goes to his board of directors, what does he go with? He goes with a vision. He says, next year, we are going to conquer this market. Next year, we are going to get into this industry. In next 5 years, we are going to build this. Correct or not? He shares a vision with them. Then he comes out of his shareholder board meeting, and then it goes to the CEOs. The CEOs break it down into pie chart and pivot table and those graphs which I never understood. Then it comes to the presidents, and then it comes to the vice president, and everybody breaks it down into smaller parts, and it comes to the last guy. It could be you, and you are defined your KRA. Yes or no? Throughout the year, you work. Correct? Now let's say you did not meet your KRA as a general manager, as a senior manager. You did not meet your KRA. Now you have your review meeting. You remember your review meetings? Yeah. So review meeting, they ask you, why didn't you meet the KRA? So you give answers. Oh, this did not happen, that did not happen, competition was big, market was bad, pandemic happened, this happened, that happened. Correct or not? Whatever you give a reason for, either it will be accepted or not accepted. Accepted, you get a carrot. Not accepted, you get a stick. Yes? But even if you lose your job, you will still get paid for that month, that year. Yes or no? But Mukesh Ambani, at the end of the year, when he goes to his general, body meeting, he goes to his shareholder meeting, board of director meeting, he gets paid only for one thing, which is called as results. He can't go to his shareholders and say, I gave my very best, sir. Am I making sense to you? So his income, entrepreneur's income, come from the results that they create. It doesn't come from how good of effort you made. Am I making sense to you? So when I started the business, everybody runs for DRs, correct or not? 20 DRs, 100 days, and then if somebody, people who are new here, you remember when your upline says, we have to do L1, correct or not? The first L1 that you have to do, and you run for that. And you may miss it few times, right? What do you go and tell your upline? Oh, I called everyone. That one was arranging money. That one was doing this. That one was doing this. You have 10,000 reasons why you didn't do what you did, correct or not? And the irony is upline also listens to it and then gives you correction to improve next time. Yes or no? But as an entrepreneur, in your field, in your space, is there any space for any reason why you did not achieve your target or your result? No. As an entrepreneur, you lose the ability to get that. Am I making sense? So that's the second biggest change. The mindset change. You do not have the liberty to say, I tried my best. Are you seeing the kind of mindset changes that you require to be an entrepreneur? In a job, you can tell my boss was bad, my team was bad, my market was bad. Can you say here? If you say you are not an entrepreneur yet, there is change needed in you. Is it making sense to you? Yeah. So the first question that you have to ask yourself, are you going through a mindset change fast enough? The uplines that they are telling you, are you going through that fast? Because I've just spoken about two things. There are so many aspects of entrepreneurship which you and me were not even aware of. And thankfully, we have a working upline who's guiding us through this. Imagine you would have started a $1 million business on your own. You would have made costly mistakes, nobody to teach you, and one day you would have come to such a place that you would have said it's okay to stop. But there is somebody here who's not only correcting you, warning you, but it is an inability to change fast enough. Like, for instance, I'll give you another example. Okay. When you were as a child, okay, as a child, or anybody here has a small child, kid, you're blessed with a baby boy, baby girl. Oh, amazing. Young boy and girl, okay, correct? When you have a child, do you want the child to walk? Yeah? Do you want the child to walk on their own? Yes or no? But how the journey of walking happens? Do they just stand up and start walking? No. They first crawl, correct or not? On their fours. And then slowly they want to get up. And there's so much of social media hype. Oh, I captured the first steps of my baby, right? Correct or not? When I took my first step, my mother was pounding something in the kitchen. My father was working. My grandma was somewhere. Nobody had a camera. I feel so bad. Nobody remember my first step. Right? Today there's so much. Oh, first. And then it is all over the Facebook as if it is the best thing ever done in humanity that a baby stood up. Correct or not? But when the baby is trying to take its first step, will it be stable? No. The baby falls down. Correct or not? Sometimes the mother is not even around. The baby stands up again. Correct or not? But if the baby falls down and the parents are there, they'll just swoop in like an eagle and carry the baby. Yeah? Correct? Oh. And then they will hit the floor. Okay? And they'll show the floor is bad. If they keep repeating this behavior again and again, their child will never walk. The child will start hating the flat surface, the earth. Thankfully, we have some sense in our DNA that we let the child do it again. Yes? Otherwise, currently the present generation will never walk only, I think. Okay? But what if the parents never keep the baby on the floor again? Are they doing it with love? Yes, they're doing it with love, correct or not? But is so much love good? No. The child may never walk again, right? So even your journey towards standing up and walking on your 2 feet, which supposedly is the 9th wonder of the world, okay, is riddled with failures, yes or no? Thankfully, we were so small, we we didn't counted our failures. Otherwise, we ourselves would have given up. Imagine a child that start remembering how many times he failed standing up. Some of the child will be, depressed from the age of 2 only. Oh, I fell so many times. Correct or not? How bad I am. I fell again. And how bad I am. I have no balance in my life. My center. The child from year 2 will start studying center of gravity and physics I don't know what all. Thankfully, at that point of time, we don't have physics and chemistry in our brain and center of gravity in our head. Correct or not? Otherwise, you and me, we would have never walked. And thankfully, we don't remember how many times we failed. So we are walking. Yes or no? Does it make sense to you? Now, a simple thing like walking, you are not capable of. And a complicated name like entrepreneur, you think you are capable of. There is some mismatch here, true or not? How many MBAs here? MBAs. Okay. MBAs. Raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. Like VP Sachin Bhai, VP Dev Wadhwani says, master of bugger all. Correct? Yeah. Correct? So, I was an MBA. I don't know why I paid so much money to get an MBA done, right? Correct? So, when I did my MBA, my grandfather, okay, he was an illiterate man. Okay. But my grandfather, according to his standard, he created a lot of wealth. Okay. My maternal grandfather. So when I finished my MBA, I went home to meet my grandfather. Okay. My maternal grandfather. So he said, degree karai beta. Villager guy, right? Degree karai. I said, I felt bad. How can he degree? I went to MBA, there. So I said, हाँ जी करा है, my maternal grandfather. कौन सी degree करी? Engineer बने कि doctor? Because he poor man only knew 2 things. I said, no, I did master in business administration. अच्छा, तो आप business करोगे? Now you will do business. And my reply was, no, I will get into a good job. And my poor old man did not understand. इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ के आता है, इंजीनियरिंग करता है, इंजीनियर बनता है, डॉक्टरी पढ़ के आता है, डॉक्टरी करता है, बिजनेस के बारे में पढ़ के आ रहा है, नौकरी करेगा. I thought he is illiterate. I understood it after a very long time. So MBAs, the 5 P's and the 7 C's that you read in your books, okay, correct? How does it make you capable of running a business? It makes you capable of getting into a job. Yes or no? So from nowhere, no angle, are we made up to be an entrepreneur? Can we establish that? Can we accept that fact? Yeah. Okay. Now, anybody who still feels that you had the ecosystem in which you grew up to be an entrepreneur? This is a very interesting topic for me, because for last 11 years, I have been talking about the same thing with every newcomer. Okay. Every newcomer. And I love breaking the myth that just because you worked in a $1 billion company and you handled so many people and you had a designation called as associate vice president or assistant vice president, it makes you capable of running a business. See, either should be a president or should be a vice president. Why associate and assistant vice president? Okay. First of all, don't go behind this designation. They are just to fool you. Correct or not? So, if nothing in our ecosystem made us for this, then the question is, I want to be a successful entrepreneur. Yes. And like any journey which will happen, is it possible that I will struggle and fail and get rejected many times over before I get success? Is it possible? That all this will happen, I will fail, I'll have failure, I'll get rejected. Now whatever level I am getting rejected doesn't matter. I will fail, I'll have failure, I will fall down, I will get rejected in my journey towards success. Is that a fair statement to say? Yes, no? Yeah, correct. So I was just a few days back, I was listening to an interview by Jeff Bezos. Do we all consider Jeff Bezos a successful man? Slightly successful than us? Anybody who feels he is more successful than Jeff Bezos? Okay, let me share a story with you. Okay, I hope everybody understands Hindi here. If not, I will translate it in English. Okay, so there were two teachers, school teachers. Okay, after finishing their work, they were going home. Yeah? So there was a big ad of Dhirubhai Ambani there, okay, of Reliance company, the Reliance company. So let's name the two teachers as Sharma and Verma, okay. So the Sharma said, if I would be in this guy's position, in Dhirubhai's position, I will earn more money than him, okay. I will earn more money than Dhirubhai Ambani. So Verma looked at him and said, amazing? How come? You are more intelligent than him or what? He said, no. Along with Reliance, मैं अपनी दो ट्यूशन भी तो करूंगा ना. So don't be like those teachers. Okay. Understand, the journey of success will always have these fail, fall, reject in that. I guarantee you, I am ready to make a bet on you that 28 years back, when Jeff Bezos left his plush job and started a company selling books online 28 years before, when you did not had an email, and he would have come to you and said, invest in my company, you would have not, most of you all. True or not? So I was listening to this interview, and that point of time, Jeff Bezos' entire net worth was close to 9-10 billion US. Okay, 9 to 10 billion. Today, how much is it? Close to 190 odd, right? So we can also determine that he has grown consistently. Yes or no? Correct. So fairly successful, fairly more successful than us, correct? And I hope we are not like those teachers who say we can earn more than Jeff Bezos, that I have some knowledge that with which, okay. When he was 9-10 billion US dollars, his interview was being taken, and somebody was asking, now you're 9-10 billion dollars. How do you feel about your journey till now? You have seen a great growth. So he said, actually, there has not been great growth. There has been many failures. Growth has been 1 or 2. But those 1 or 2 growth compensates for all the learning that I got through those failures. Do you understand? So if you are a new person who is getting a no from a prospect, rather than feeling bad, ask yourself, did you learn something? Why did he say? So that you don't repeat it ever again. What did you do wrong? If you are an old person who has stopped showing his plan, why are you so afraid? You are a matured adult. Matured. Adult and mature goes hand in hand, right? So then why are we behaving like a child? Oh, somebody took my toy. Somebody said no. Why? Because are you building a business? Are you building a organization? Or you are running a, like the Hindi they say, Parchun ki dukan, or in proper English it is called as grocery store. Because a grocery store guy may, oh, this is a bad customer. He can go to the next store and buy. But what are you intending to build? If you are intending to build an organization, you are intending to build an organization where you will work with people for next 5 to 6 years and then be connected, be together forever your life. Then do you want any kachra to come in your life? Any garbage to come in your life? You want really worthy people with whom you can fulfill a vision. So if you have faced a barrage of no, if you have faced consecutive no's, understand one thing. Maybe you are not raising yourself to attract the right people, or you are not meeting the right people for your life, for your business organization. You are building a board of directors. You are building strong leadership. You are building a pride of lions together with you, your inner circle. Whether you are 1 day old, whether you are 1 year old, or whether you are 10-year-old. The journey of this business is all about how many lions can you have with you. Now, if you go to Masai Mara or you go to Kenya, anywhere in a reserve forest, do you see more lions or do you see more dogs or hyenas or jackal? The numbers, where is more? Which numbers are more? The lion, right? Is it? No. But then who's the king of the jungle? Lion. And lion doesn't sit with hyenas or jackals. Lion moves in with the pride of his own. The group of lions is called a pride. Yes or no? So now you are intending to build $1 million minimum $1 million net profit business, which is going to generate minimum $1 million for you. And you want any pappu shappu in your organization? Or like they say in English, Tom, Dick and Harry. I never liked Tom, Dick and Harry because I never grew up with Tom, Dick and Harry. I grew up with Lallu types, you know. I resonate more with it. What do you really want? Do you really want a Sachin Gupta in your team? So on one side, Sachin Gupta, on one side, Kavita Sugandh, on one side, Shipra, on one side, Sharfun, on one side, Neeraj. Do you want that kind of organization? Do you want these people to be your downlines? Question, are you like Dev Wadhwani? Because you got to upgrade yourself to attract the right client, to attract the right team. Yes or no? Now, if you got to find lions in the world, by logic, they will be less. Yes or no? By logic. Yeah? Right? Then, if you are saying no, or the jackals and the hyenas and the dogs and the deer and everything else is saying no to you, why do you feel bad? Why do you feel bad? What should you do? You should walk another mile to find another lion. You should make another call to find another lion. Now, whether he is a lion or she is a lioness, how will we get to know this? Only when we meet, face to face on the table, show them the plan. Then only you will get to know, right? ऐसा थोड़ी ना कि किताब में नाम लिखा दीपाली शर्मा तो अपने को पता चल जाएगा दीपाली शर्मा इज अ लायन और नॉट जस्ट बाय राइटिंग नेम. ऐसा होता तो वी ऑल वुड हैव बीन कमिंग ऑन CNN. Yes or no? Correct or not? Imagine I sit, take my list and think, this name, Meenal Upadhyay. My gut says this will be a lion. If this worked, CNN would have come to our house to take our video. Yes or no? This guy can look at the name and predict whether this is a lion or a hyena or a jackal or a deer. Correct or not? CNN would come to our houses. Where did you, ऐसा यहाँ पे ना mic लगा के, where did you get this ability from, sir or ma'am? No, there is no other way. Our plan is a litmus test. So today morning I was reading why is a lion and why is an elephant an elephant? Okay. So the answer was, when the lion wakes up in the morning and he sees a elephant, what does it think? It thinks lunch. It doesn't think, how big is he? He is weighing 500 times more than me. It thinks lunch. Correct or not? When the elephant looks at the lion, he says danger, claws, teeth. But the size wise, elephant is way bigger than the lion. Correct or not? The question, are you trying to find lions? Are you trying to fill a seat? Do you know these in India? There are so many colleges in India. Every year they are trying to fill seats. They're not trying to find lions. They're trying to fill seats. That is why there's a quota. This quota, that quota, management seat, payment seat. Because they just want to fill the bloody seats. They are not looking for Jeff Bezos. They are not looking for next Elon Musk. They are not looking for next Einstein. They are just looking for a number, and you and me were a number in that college. Please understand and accept this. But here the journey is very different. You are looking to find a lion. And by the logic of it, you will have to look under many rocks to find a lion. Yes or no? You will need to look for many rocks to find the next Jeff Bezos, next Elon Musk, next Warren Buffett, next Mukesh Ambani, next Bill Gates. And Bill Gates will not go have dinner or lunch with a failure. Yes or no? He will sit with Jeff Bezos. He will sit with Warren Buffett. Which means you got to upgrade yourself here, the way you conduct yourself, so that every time you meet a possible Jeff Bezos, a possible Elon Musk, he or she can resonate with you and your vision. So it's a process of elimination. It's a process of no, by which you go to find your counsel, your inner circle, your trusted leadership. And for that, you have to understand the difference between an employee and an entrepreneur. All of us, for so many years, were drilled in our DNA. It was put in to be an employee. Now, we proved that we are lions, so we said yes when this opportunity was presented to us. Correct or not? I'm sure none of us were sleeping and dreaming, oh, one day I'll get a great opportunity like network marketing and I'll start network marketing. None of them. Correct or not? But when we saw the plan, we said, yes, we are okay to take that bite. We are okay to take that step. Yes or no? So you showed the first sign of lion and you came into somebody's counsel, somebody's inner tribe. Now it's your turn. It's somewhere there in your 500 name list. You got to find it. You can't say, oh, I showed 50 plans, I showed 60 plans, I didn't find mine. Be happy you did not get deers on your plate. Because when you go hunting, what will you do with a deer? So it's a process of rejection. And then you find one. And then two of you all go out. Now 2 lions is better than 1. Now 2 go hunting. 2 go on a mission. The combined mission is bigger than what they individually thought. And then again, you turn every stone, you talk to everybody. And in between, you will get the fluff. You will get what you don't need. But in the while, are you upgrading yourself? Are you sitting with the lions that you already have in your house, your uplines? Are you sitting with them, spending so much time so that you can understand, so you can copy they are thinking and how they are thinking, so that next time you go to find out your lion, you'll be able to find them faster, you'll be able to find them better. And where the other lion sitting in their home, somebody right now is sitting in their house waiting to be Jeff Bezos. Are you showing the plan to that guy? Question. There's somebody waiting right now to break all the shackles of EMI, this, that, and be the next Elon Musk. Are you talking to that person? That's the journey. You can't be, oh, I already spoke to 5 people in a day, or I already spoke to 6 people in a day. We gave us a beautiful discipline, 5 plus 3. He said, itna to kar lo, at least do this much. And we talk to 3 people and we say, 60% of work done. Employee mindset. Entrepreneur says, today is a good day. Everybody is picking up the phone call. Let me do 30. When the going is good, let me maximize this. That's what an entrepreneur mindset says. Employee says, oh, they said 24 hours in a week. I already put my today's 2.5 hours. Let's chopdi band karte hain. Huh? Part-time entrepreneur, part-time success, success by accident, millionaire by accident. Kabhi suna hai? Any entrepreneur comes and, oh, I am a entrepreneur by mistake. Oh, I am a success by mistake. Will you even get inspired if you hear somebody's story? Let's say somebody very successful. Let's say Jeff Bezos comes in and says, somebody takes an interview. Oh, sir, you are very grandly successful. Yeah, I just thought I will become successful. So I did something and then something happened and then something happened and I became successful. Will you get inspired by him? Will you want to be like him? Yeah. Or he comes and says, oh, my dad was a multi-billionaire. He was the richest man on planet Earth. So by design, I became the richest man of planet Earth. Will you get inspired by him? Will you share his quotation and his stories on Facebook and WhatsApp? No. You only get inspired by lions and their stories. Now you intend to find the pride of your lions of your pride. You intend to find your 20, 30, 40 strong guys. You can't find them being a deer. You can't find them, oh, मेरा admission ना वो best college में हुआ था जिसमें सिर्फ 200 लोग लेते हैं. You want to be 200 out of 10 lakh, or you want to be 1 in a million? Ask yourself a question. Why are you comparing your old mindset with being an entrepreneur? You may have gone into IIT, IIM, whatever not, but that was still 200 or 50 or 100 out of 10 lakh. Here you are talking about one. How many Jeff Bezos are there? How many VP Sachin Gupta are there? How many VP Dev Wadhwani are there? How many VP Arun George are there? In such a large organization called QNet, how many V partners are there? Why? Because there are few. Now you're trying to find your V partners. And you make 50 calls, you show 50 plans, and you feel, मैंने बहुत काम कर लिया. A lot of people said no to me. Or when your kid goes for admission, suddenly you will start calling every known person who can get admission done. Correct or not? जिससे 25 साल में बात नहीं करी होगी, उससे भी बात करने लगोगे. उसका जुगाड़ है क्या कुछ? We are so used to finding the shortcut. Now I am telling you, stand on राहें कम नहीं and find and be alive. You want to find a leader? Be a leader in your head first. Are you looking to get people in, or are you looking to get leaders in? Do you want somebody who's here while you are here? All your life you will bring this guy. And I have done this mistake. I've signed up people who are mentally here, who are meant to be an employee. And I spent many valuable years trying to bring them here. They never changed. But there were people who came in who were here. And for them to reach me was easy, mindset-wise. And journey was so super easy. Don't look for easy way out. Don't look for shortcut. I made 50 call, I made 20 call. Finish your name list. Get used to rejections. No is a great thing. Because it brings you one step closer to your success. Now that's a big change that you got to go through mentally. And the day you make your peace with this thought, believe me, after every plan, you will be in a hurry to call another person on the table. Because you are in a hurry to find your leaders. You are in a hurry to find your V partners. You are in a hurry to find the people who will, along with you, believe in your vision and then create a grander vision. That's the kind of people that you're looking for. And you got to drill this in your head that entrepreneurship, if it is a different animal. And nothing in our life we have done ever which prepared us for this journey. So let's stop using our old ecosystem, the knowledge of old ecosystem, into this journey. Here you're trying to find people who are like diamonds. The only thing is you have to polish those diamonds. But still you have to find the diamond. You can't find a rock and say, oh, if I put coal, and you say, I put enough pressure and heat and he'll become a diamond. No. You got to find diamonds. They may be rough. But when you learn to polish them, you will have everything that you can wish for. But for that, you got to turn every stone. You got to find the right people. Like I was listening to somebody and they said, what is the number one thing that you require for a great business? And a lot of people said, somebody said cash, somebody said idea, somebody said this, that. The speaker said, now one thing that you require to be a great entrepreneur is have an ability to build the right team. Number two is a executable idea. See, there are ideas, 10,000 ideas in the world. What you and your team can execute today. You have a great idea in your hand. All you got to do is find the right team which complements you, which have the right mindset. And for that, you got to go like a miner every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day, every single day. Go through your name list, keep adding to your name list, go through, because you need to find your Jeff Bezos. You need to find your next Elon Musk. You need to find your next Shipra. You need to find your next Neeraj. You need to find your next Arpit. You need to find your next Sachin Bhai, Kavita, Sharfun ma'am. Believe me, today's status, if they become our downline, we will be a poster on the wall. Because we can't handle them. So we got to upgrade ourselves. And we got to keep on this journey of finding the right leaders. And that will only start once we start changing something here. We start changing the way we think. Once we decide that, you know what, that was a different life. This is a different life. That was a different journey. And the day we can accept this fact, believe me, every will tell you are closer to the next success. Because this is evolution. You were at your peak wherever you were. If you would have not grown from there, you would have died. It's like if you are in a river, let's say you are in a boat, and you have to paddle to move forward. If you stop paddling, what will happen? Will you stay at the same place? No, you will go behind, right? So either you change, you grow, or you decay. And every time you want to change, you want to grow to the next level, you have to accept, I have to go to the next level, I have to change. That means you have to destroy your old mindset and you have to build a new. And I have a small video. CC, can I have the video? Huh? Yes. I have a small video. I want you to see this video. Because this is our journey. in this journey, when it is plucking out its talon and feathers, the time when it doesn't have its nails and doesn't have its beak is the most vulnerable time. It goes to knowing that that is the time when I'm the most vulnerable. I can be attacked by anything. Knowing this very well, it decides to go through this process. You may be feeling down, you may be feeling low, you may be feeling disappointed. It's okay. You should know that one more day and you are on your new journey. One more new partner and you are on your new journey. One more leader, one more V partner in your organization on your new journey. You got to fix this in your head. Because unless you do this on a daily basis, you will feel very alone. Like every entrepreneur goes through this cycle. Every single entrepreneur. There's no entrepreneur who has not gone through this cycle. There's no upline of yours who's not gone through this cycle. But they chose to survive. They chose to change. They chose. And every time they come and share their story with you, they are being in that vulnerable position. Telling you, we were also like you. We went through that. And the time is now, guys. You have the chance. You have the choice to be an eagle, to fly like an eagle. I will leave you with another video. This video is by a very successful entrepreneur. It's called, his name is Patrick Bet-David. I'm sure you would have seen a lot of videos of his. Okay. Maybe I give one more video. Do you have that? Yeah. Now this guy, he entered into a field which was already very, very, overcrowded. Already overcrowded. He got into insurance. Now, insurance, is a very, very difficult field. It's overcrowded. And this guy made success like no one else. And he's got an important message. Okay. Did you have it, AV? Or should I send it to you? CC, can you send it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. And this is my last message to you, that you believe that you are an entrepreneur, but also believe that like any other journey, you will have to go through this cycle. Okay. And he's got an important message for you, and that's only one message. Show up one more day. Show up one more day. Okay. And that's a choice with which you wake up every day. Every single day. Every single day when you wake up, you have two choices. Either you can choose to say it was too difficult. Okay. See, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I thought I had sent it to them, but it's okay. Yeah. So every day morning when you wake up, you can choose to say, it is too difficult. Or you can choose to say, I'll give my very best. So that choice lies with you. What happened yesterday has no meaning. What happened yesterday has no bearing on you today. In fact, if you can learn from it and implement it today, your today will be much better. So I hope, pray, and bless you all that every day morning you wake up, you make that choice that I'm going to make today better. Okay. I'm going to make one more phone call. I'm going to show this plan to one more person. Because no is one more step for next opportunity. Right? And you're looking for the next opportunity. Love you all. God bless. Take care, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Bhai.